Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A Metro Detroit man charged with the murder of his mother just weeks after she fought to get him released from prison.
A chilly and wet night with even colder temperatures on the way, but the local forecasters are tracking some sunshine for the Mother's Day weekend.
And another parent coming forward tonight saying Rochester Community Schools targeted her for criticizing the superintendent and school board. That district already facing a federal lawsuit from a mother who claims the district called her employer and got her fired after she pushed for in-person learning.
Mara McDonald live in Rochester tonight. Mara, we've been getting calls from other parents who say they have had similar experiences.
Or in the case of Meredith Mccutcheon, she says the superintendent called the cops on her.
At that point, when they asked me to step outside, I was like, what is going on? I've never been in trouble before. Like, what is this? I'm just like a mom.
The Rochester police were at Mccutcheon's home last summer on orders of the superintendent, according to a police report, because of this message, quote, I will cause chaos in the district. I will get what I want. You will listen to my demands and that of my forum. Extend the deadline to August 4th, 2020. The parents deserve more time. We will hold out as long as necessary to suit our needs. Whoever sent this signed Meredith's name, but it was not her email or phone number, and the district had no way of tracing the IP address. The superintendent told police they perceived this as a direct threat, going so far as to send out an email to the entire district saying there had been a threat, and while not identifying her by name, giving other specific info. All of this because a parent Facebook group Mccutcheon was an administrator of wanted more information about a new program.
They announced they were going to launch an entirely new virtual campus.
And an extension of the deadline to sign up. What followed was 6 weeks where Mccutcheon was told she could not contact the board. And after it became clear this investigation was going nowhere, Mccutcheon was scheduled to address the board about how this whole affair had been handled. Well, she got a letter from the board's attorney warning her of the district's, quote, intent to preserve its legal remedies. I asked Mccutcheon if she thinks her experience is similar to the case at the heart of the federal lawsuit the district is now facing.
It's difficult for me to say I know for sure what's happened in other cases because I don't. You never know all the details. But I can tell you, to me, my situation, it speaks to pattern. There's a pattern.
I reached out to the Rochester Community Schools this afternoon asking if there was a way to explain the criteria that is used to send these sort of legal missives off to parents. And was there anybody who would be available to talk to us about it? I was sent back a link to the school board bylaws, handbook, and policies. We're live in Rochester tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara.
A Dearborn Heights man has been charged with the murder of his mother. His arrest coming just 1 month after he was given probation for a separate attack on his mother. She even lobbied for his release. Jason Colthorpe is live in Dearborn Heights tonight. Jason, so what happened in the time between his release and Tuesday's murder?
Well, he was supposed to be getting treatment, Kim, for his mental health issues and drug issues, but according to the prosecutor, never made any appointments or made it to any facilities. In fact, they say he never even checked in with his parole officer. Aaron Samir Akel stood emotionless on camera before a judge today as he was formally charged with the murder of his mother, 73-year-old Ibtisam Field. Her body was found in her home on Pardee Tuesday morning after police got a 911 call. Prosecutors say it was her son who made the call.
I would indicate for the record that the defendant is the one who called 911 and admitted on a 911 phone call that he is the one who strangled his mother to death. And in his words, he said, I killed my mom.
Just 1 month prior, Field had asked a judge to release her son and let her have contact with him following his assault on her last November. The 45-year-old Akel was sentenced to 3 years probation and time served, but the judge ordered him not to have contact with his mother. After police found her strangled to death in her bedroom Tuesday morning, they arrested Akel at the scene. Prosecutors believe she had been letting him live with her. Just a crazy turn of events in this story. Akel has been remanded now to the Wayne County Jail. His next court appearance will be May 19th. In Dearborn Heights tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason. Another cool, wet evening across Metro Detroit.
Andrew's in for Ben tonight. So, Andrew, is the rain going to last all night tonight?
Well, Kimberly and Devin, at least for the next couple of hours, then becoming dry again by morning, but then becoming wet again later. Let's talk about the weather that's out there right now. Remember, you joined us at 6 o'clock, even as early as first at 4. Rain was much more widespread over the area. Now it's diminished somewhat, it's become lighter and a lot more scattered. We still have pockets of some moderate rain here in these darker areas of green. Still no thunderstorm activity and no threat of thunder or lightning later on over the next couple of hours or even by morning. Just off to our west, we still have a wet and dry pattern. Dry, then wet, dry, and then wet. So that will be the pattern as we go into your Friday. And it gets chillier tonight. To our north and west, there are frost and freeze alerts that are up. But around here, we won't be near the freezing mark, but we'll certainly be in the 30s in many spots. It's 44 right now over at the airport with a few more raindrops coming down. Temperatures also in the 40s throughout all of southeast Michigan. Some of those lower temperatures around 41 over in Lapeer. But by morning, with mostly cloudy skies, we make it down to 39 here in town. We'll see middle 30s in areas north and west of the city. Sure, above freezing, but still mighty chilly for this time of year. Need to grab a jacket once again as you make your start on Friday. And as you make your start, grab an umbrella if you know you're going to be out all day. Rain returns before Friday is over. What about Mother's Day weekend? Your full weather forecast in minutes.
All right, Andrew. The state has now passed more than 18,000 coronavirus deaths during the pandemic.
Today, Michigan reports 3,514 new cases and 115 more deaths. Right now, 51% of Michiganders have received at least one dose of a vaccine. The state slowly making progress toward the 55% mark Governor Whitmer set for returning to office work. Tomorrow, Oakland County will hold a walk-in Johnson & Johnson vaccine clinic at the UWM Sports Complex in Pontiac. It'll be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Warren is holding a drive-through vaccine clinic tomorrow from 3 until 8 p.m. It will administer the Johnson & Johnson vaccine there. Warren will hold these clinics each week on Thursdays and Fridays.
A Traverse City man is arrested during a bill signing event with Governor Whitmer. The 39-year-old man is accused of harassing and spitting on media members who were at the governor's event in Leelanau County. Earlier, the same man was heckling the governor during her speech. He was arrested after forcefully grabbing a microphone from a reporter's hand and throwing it. He's been charged with 2 counts of assault and battery and 1 count of malicious destruction of property.
A Madison Heights 15-year-old is arrested for allegedly threatening a Target employee with a gun. Police were called after the teen went into the Target on John R. with a gun. Officers surrounded the store. They say the teen pointed the gun at an employee to make her open a back door so he could get away. Officers were there waiting and arrested the teen. It turned out to be a BB gun. Police will ask prosecutors to review this case for charges. Still ahead, a man with a gun hijacks a bus full of children.
They were scared to death. There were 6 minutes. 6 minutes they were traumatized.
The heroic actions of the bus driver that saved lives coming up.
Thousands of new Ford trucks being parked at a Kentucky racetrack. Why, despite the huge demand, these trucks can't be sold right now.
But first, a man tries to set a Metro Detroit church on fire in the middle of the night. The message the pastor is now sending next.